Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Liz with Worldwide Wednesdays, and today I have my partner in Portugal, Susana Silva, and she's coming to us today from Remax Prestige in Porto, Portugal. So thank you so much for coming and telling us a little bit about the market in Portugal and giving our investors information on how they can invest in the Portugal real estate market. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've lived in Portugal, where you are, tell me a little bit about what your areas of specialty are in real estate.
Okay, let me get back a little bit because, well, in real estate, I'm only for about a year. Okay, so I'm not new on this business, but I have a lot of experience in management and commercial areas. So all my life, I've been dealing with people and business and companies and commercial companies. So this is not new for me. The new thing here is dealing with the specialty of real estate. One thing that I want to share with all of you is also that for me, I come from this is my background, and the last thing I've created was a non-profit organization that I keep. So it's part of my life also. So I help children with autism. Yes, I have a non-profit organization for children with autism because my older one has autism. So I created since 2010. So 10% of my profit goes to the non-profit. So to help children. So that's one thing that I'm very proud of. Yes,
Awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, I have a son with special needs as well.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it warms my heart.
See? So you have to see it called Vencer Autismo. It's a very huge non-profit organization in Portugal, and we are helping lots of people in Portugal to overcome autism. So that's great.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So back to the real estate thing.
Tell me, how's the market in Portugal right now?
Well, right now it's bombing. Portugal, it's an emerging trend in Europe. So
right?
Sorry?
Isn't there a party everywhere in Portugal? It's a fun place.
Well, yes. We are always in parties, but Portugal is like we believe that since 2017 it's growing in volume of regarding real estate. We have like a boom in the main cities of Portugal, Lisbon and Porto. So with the coming of the low costs plane companies, especially Porto, have increased the number of tourism here in the city. So we are facing now a huge boom in a number of selling houses for sale and apartments, and a lot of foreigners investing in Portugal, especially in Porto. Okay, and Lisbon also, of course, is the capital.
Investors coming from? Who's typically investing in Porto, and who's investing in Lisbon and Portugal in general?
Well, in Portugal in general, because we don't have, well, it's generally we have like Chinese, okay, people, French, Brazilians, a lot of Brazilians, because of the situation in Brazil. We have lots of Brazilians that are buying here buildings and apartments and getting the golden visa, so they can come. Chinese also with the golden visa. So it's the three major nationalities that we have now investing in Portugal are Brazilian, Chinese, and French. Okay.
And when
although we have lots of
the golden
The golden visa is like you can get if you buy something over 5,000 euros, you can have a golden visa that you can live in Portugal with you don't need to be to have the Portuguese nationality. So you can do here whatever you want.
Time, not just like limited to 6 months. You can.
No. You have only you have the obligation to be in the first year like 7 days a year. The second year 14 days a year. It's the minimum you have to stay. Okay.
But
then you can
stay 100% of the time.
Yes, you can say 100%.
They have the blau, which you can. Anyways, it's separate 6 months, but so there's no limit. That's awesome. And that's if you buy 5,000 euros or higher. Now, can you buy land in Portugal, or can you only buy property?
No, you can buy everything you want. You can buy a company, you can buy a land, you can buy a property, you can buy a building, you can buy anything. Okay, so
and
there's no
the markets as buyer's market, seller's market, normal market in your area.
Right now we are on the buyer's market, okay, because we have more buyers than product to sell. Okay, the last year was like that. In this beginning of the year, this first month, we are seeing like a normalization of the market, you know. So we are seeing like the market is now being more stable, because last year was crazy. Lots of investors, lots of tourists wanting to buy here an apartment, a house, and the prices have increased a lot, although it's not comparable with any other city in Europe. We are in the low level of any other any other country in Europe, but the prices have already increased a little bit. Okay.
Do you know off the top of your head, and I know I didn't put this in the questions, so do you know the average price per meter in Porto and Lisbon?
Yes. Well, in Porto, you can find in the city center, you can have now places where the per square meter you go to like. Let me see if I don't tell you anything that is not correct.
I threw.
It's because of my English. It's not because of it's not because of the price. It's because I have some difficulty in saying the numbers in English. So let me just check. So I don't have here. Okay.
Don't worry about the square foot conversion. Just do a square meter.
No. Yeah.
What is the hottest properties that people are buying? Are they buying condos? Are they buying like waterfront? What do you see people really?
Well, here in the city city center, it's like they buy apartments, T2, T3 apartments, and T1 for tourism. Right now we have lots of people and inside people investing in T1 apartments, like one bedroom, to rent for tourism, like to put in Airbnb, to put in Booking. Okay.
Is there a limit on, like, I know in Thailand there's a limit on how long you can rent? Tell me about what a T1 property is, and tell me about just an apartment in general.
What? Sorry, I didn't understand the question. Didn't hear.
Oh, you were mentioning the T1, which is for tourism.
Yes.
And then apartments. So tell me what the difference is. Are there any limits on how short of a term somebody can rent, or how long they have to stay, a minimum, if you're going to buy those?
There's no limit. So you can buy and you can rent. Is that the question? How long you can rent the apartment? Is that the question?
Can you rent it for a weekend through Airbnb, or is there?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah. You can rent for the time you want by Airbnb, by Booking, whatever the site you decide to to put it on. So there is no limit, and right now we have no limit on number of apartments that are turned into short rental places, you know.
And do you know the rough, like maybe your last client, like the rough ROI or investment percentages that they're getting off of their purchases in Porto and Spain? Like, what's the return?
Sorry, I'm getting some breaks in the sound. Repeat, please. Sorry, Liz.
That's okay. Do you know what the percentages of return on investment for some of these
Yeah.
in city centers?
Yes. Right now we are getting the minimum of 6%. Okay, turnover, and you can have places where you can go at 10%. Okay. Regarding the other question you made me about the price for square meters, we have from the 1,300 euros per square meter to 3,000 per square meters. Okay, the maximum in the city center. Okay.
And walk me through the process. If I'm going to purchase an apartment, say I want to purchase an investment property in T1 tourism Airbnb property. Walk me through who's involved, what I need to do, what legally I need to set up, and how long it might take me to buy that property.
Well, if you have the money, it won't take nothing, okay? So if you are a foreigner, the only thing you need to do is to go to a fiscal station. We have a lot here in Portugal. It's on the streets. You have like a store. You go in and you ask for your fiscal number. So you have to have a Portugal fiscal number. Okay.
Do I have to have a gold visa in order to have that?
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to have nothing. You just you Liz, come to Portugal. You want to buy here an apartment, so you have to ask for a fiscal number, a Portugal fiscal number. Okay, first thing, and to have the fiscal number, you have to have an address in Portugal. Okay, so what people do is they get a legal represented like a lawyer or someone that legally represents you, that will give the address of his office. Okay, so you go and you take the fiscal number. Next step, after you take the fiscal number, that you have it in the same hour. Okay, you ask and they give you the number. You go to a Portuguese bank. Okay, a bank that we have here lots of banks, or brands of banks. So you go to a bank and then you open a Portuguese account. So where you can go and transfer the money to buy the house, and then you buy the house. That's the only thing you need to do. Okay,
great.
So it's very easy.
If you're going to, are there options to finance if you're a foreigner?
Well, if you're a foreigner, you have to have like something that proves that you have incomes. Okay, so for instance, I have Brazilian customers. Okay, they have to prove to the bank that they have enough incomes to pay the credit. Okay, so they have to send from your origin country, like, I don't know, a proof of your salary, of all the incomes you have mensually to pay the credit.
If need be.
Yes.
Yeah, but
anyways,
we won't worry with people that.
Okay, yeah, but it's more difficult because you need to prove that you have the income, but it's not impossible because I have done with some clients, some Brazilian ones. Okay, so it's easy.
Yes. Okay, great. So now I have my Brazilian bank account. I have my temporary residence as my attorneys.
Yes.
My fiscal number. I have my cash.
Yes.
And I have my real estate agent, Susana, finds this great apartment, and it is a great return on investment, and I can stay there some of the year as long as I want, if I want to. Because I'm going to get my golden visa once I purchase it. So, what's the process? How long does it take from when you find the property to when you can actually close on it? And is it just an attorney, or is there a notario or anybody involved at that point?
No, I think the time. See, well, from the moment that you see something that you like and you want to buy, if you have the cash, we can make the purchase in the next week, in the following week. Okay, so it's not, it just.
Is there like a title or a deed to the property, like where you search who owned it prior? So it could be.
Yes, we have all. Yes, we have all the papers that where you have the owners of the apartment. Everything it's legally. How can I say this? You have all things in order to tomorrow, if you want to buy, you can buy.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if that's the question.
Roughly a week from when you find.
Well. Yeah, if you have the money, if you don't need a credit, yes, we can go. You can come and have the money, put the money in the bank, and make make the deal. Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's very easy, very fast.
As we wrap up, what are some trends that you're seeing happening right now that could affect the future Portugal market?
Well, as I told you in the beginning, right now the future is very bright. Okay, because Portugal is an emerging trend in Europe in 2019. All the big real estate analysts and all the gurus on the area say see Portugal as the country of Europe where you want to be, not only because of the diversity of the landscape and the environment, but because Portugal has a mix of ancient history with cosmopolitan cities. We have like towering mountains, you have beautiful beaches, the climate is wonderful, so we have a very warm summers and not so cold winters. Okay, it's like very stable, the climate here. You have interesting people, gorgeous people and funny people and very and very friendly people in Portugal, and yes, friendly, and with a major quality that it's not every, but 90% of the Portuguese people speak English. It's like our second language. So that's very good for the foreigners, because you come to Portugal and you feel at home, okay? Because Portuguese people like to welcome and receive people from other countries, so they are very good on making their life easier by speaking English, okay? Even if you speak Portuguese, yeah. So then you have, yes,
so
tell me.
Thank you so much for joining me. We will edit this video and add a little bit to the video, and thank you so much. You are such an awesome.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy to know that when I do business with you, 10% goes to your nonprofit for kids with autism. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you.